The Caro-Kann is arguably the most solid choice for black. Black comfortably completes the opening and enjoys a good middle game as both white and black have chances to explore. This is the first part of the Caro-Kann opening series where we will discuss the Caro-Kann Advance Variation in depth. I personally like Caro-Kann a lot because it attacks the e4 players psychologically. The e4 players usually like attacking games while Caro-Kann shifts the game to the positional arena where e4 players psychologically struggle. The Caro-Kann typically starts when white plays e4 and black responds with c6. This response of black is called Caro-Kann. White grabs the center with d4 and black immediately strikes the center with d5. There are many possible moves for white, each of them are variations of Caro-Kann. The advanced variation is one where white plays e5 grabbing more space in the center. Caro-Kann allows the light square bishop to get activated shortly, and the black uses this to play bishop f5. Black's idea is to play e6 in the next move to close the center. Notice most of the pawns are on the light square, which is why keeping the light square bishop outside this pawn chain is good. We can even exchange this bishop and we will have good light square control. At the beginner level most of the time you will face bishop d3. It's good for black to exchange this light square bishop as after e6 black will have good central control on the light square bishop and dark square bishop will be open as well. So the bishop takes the bishop and the queen takes the bishop. Now black closes the center with e6. If you notice, all the pawns in the center are on light squares controlling light squares beautifully. Black now wants to play c5 to challenge the center, which is why white can play bishop e3, c3, knight f3, knight c3 or even h4. Let's check the variation of bishop first. So white plays bishop e3 and black plays queen b6. One good idea is queen f5 check, and after c3, black plays queen s6 offering an exchange of queen where black's knight will develop exchanging the queen. But obviously white won't accept this, which is why I like queen b6 as it adds one attacking piece to d4. And also attacks b2, and the next move we will play c5. White plays knight c3. Taking on b2 will only attract rook b1 and the queen will have to give up b-file, which is why black plays c5. White can capture the pawn, but again it will allow the dark square bishop to develop and black will be ready to castle, hence white should keep the tension and play knight f3 and black adds another attacker to d4 by playing knight c6. Now white can castle, or capture the pawn. If white castle, then one good idea is to play c4, attacking the queen, and making b4 available for dark square bishop, attacking the knight. Both moves are almost equal. Let's say white chooses to exchange the pawns by d takes c5, then bishop takes c5, bishop takes bishop, and queen takes bishop. On the next move, white castles short and black plays knight e7, white centralizes the rook with rook fe1, and black castles short. Both side completes the opening and has equal position. Also, notice that black has a semi-open c-file for the rook, and the pawn on e5 can be a target, also black doesn't have any weakness.